At one point, your parents picked you up and then put you down for the last time and then picked you back up again.
Oh my gosh, that's so emotional.
This is just those sort of weird thoughts that sometimes you have when you're like really tired or like you may be on a train or in the shower and
Just
you're
a little loopy for some reason.
Yeah. First up we have Sophie.
So I'm a reception teacher, and the other day I was asking the children to sit on their bottoms on the carpet. So I said, sit on your bottom. And then it hit me.
Sounds so dirty.
Why is your bottom called your bottom when it's not at the bottom of your body?
This girl is saucy.
Surely your feet should be called your bottoms.
Yeah, she's speaking.
And your bottom should be called your sit-on. And then maybe
Getting
your head
less
should
sexy.
be called your top. And your hair should be called your top strings. I don't know, where does it end?
I'm sorry, top
I mean,
strings?
she's really overthinking this, but
Yeah.
Sophie thinks that it's weird that your bottom is called your bottom because it's not the bottom.
Well, it is when you're lying down.
Or sitting.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
what do you
there are
think?
certain things that are like described really particularly, and then some things that are named so arbitrarily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we start picking that apart. Yeah, like she said, there's no end.
yes, there's no end to that.
and then we're on the
is-
radio forever.
I
Yeah,
breaking it
I'm
down.
okay.
already.
I'm going to stick to the bottom thing.
You're okay with
I'm
bottom?
okay with
Also,
bottoms.
I love the way that woman says bottom.
That's
It's
how,
kind of nice.
She was very sensual.
It was very saucy and sexy.
Next up we have Tom.
If 1 human year is 7 dog years, when you come home from work or you've been away for the weekend, is that why your dog's so happy? It thinks you've been gone for like 4 months.
Do you guys have dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do your dogs get really pumped when you get home?
If I walk out of my house to take the trash out and I come back 5 minutes later, my dog jumps for joy and I'm like, Cole, honey, you gotta chill out, man. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, so I think he's correct.
So you think that maybe has been like an hour?
Yeah, I feel like she's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in ages. Like
When people talk about dog years, I think so. Is that everyday life like really fast, like do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's funny. I didn't actually listen to anything he said. I just thought he had a cold. Good old Tom. No, but he didn't. Like, what did he say again?
He
said
thinks that dog years.
Yeah.
So 1 human year is 7 dog years.
Sorry. Okay, gotcha.
When you go
gotcha.
to work,
Okay,
does your
gotcha.
dog think you've been gone
Well,
for
it doesn't
like 4
matter for me.
months?
I'm allergic to dogs, so whatever.
Okay, moving on to Nicole.
At one point, your parents picked you up and then put you down for the last time and then picked you back up again.
That's
Oh my gosh, that's so emotional. No,
that's deep, and they wouldn't have known, and you wouldn't have known.
No, you never know when it's going to be the last time.
I think that's very deep. I think that's a wonderful, intriguing thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also kind of am having this weird thought of like one of my parents picking me up right now and how weird that would be. So I'm like, okay, at some point that should
That should
don't-
stop. Yeah.
Stop doing that to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't like my mum to pick me up now.
No.
No. She'd damage her back or something. Finally, we have Sophie.
My random thought happened in the bathroom at work a few weeks ago. I noticed there was a fly in there, and I started to think, does that fly know where it is? Does it know that it's in all that space? Is it like an astronaut in space?
Yeah.
Or because it doesn't know where its next meal's going to come from. It's just stuck flying around in limbo for infinitely. So I thought it was a bit weird.
I love that she had this thought in work.
Yeah, what do you do,
Literally,
girl?
get back to work. She's just like at work writing fly.
I also love the sort of cadence, the speed at which that thought was even delivered to us was sort of like, she
As
was
in
like
the moment.
meandering through.
Yeah.
It was almost like she was having that thought while telling us.
Yeah.
To be fair to her, I've had that thought though. As soon as she said it, I was like, have you had that thought about the fly? Does it know?
I mean, do we know how big it all is? We also
I know,
don't
but I
really
know that you're
anything.
here.
Yeah.
Right. Do you mean do flies have any awareness?
Any awareness of
whatsoever?
anything?
Yeah, I don't think they have a daily schedule. I don't think that, okay, I'll get some
Yeah.
lunch now. And then I'll go over here.
Or it's just silly that we think that the sort of experience of being alive is only, it only equates to hours or that if we can't measure it that it doesn't exist. That's not true. I mean, I don't believe that. You
Maybe
know
the
what I mean? That
fly's
fly has
got
its
the
own-
right thing.
Or maybe just go and watch Ant-Man and then you'll know.
Yeah, it's a
Just
great.
go watch that
Nice
movie.
existential
It's
little,
a great documentary. You'll learn a lot.